Hello everybody, Justin here. I hope you guys are doing well, having a great day or a great night. And before jumping to the charts, don't forget to smash the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe as well. And let's do it. So, let's start with the monthly chart as always from scratch. And if you're not familiar with my job already, this is my perpetual setup. All these lines you guys can see here, they are perpetual, they don't change, so it's a, like it said, perpetual setup. Yeah, so and also there is the second layer. Let me show you, which is my own tool for trading view. That's our second key our second key levels. It's like a second layer. Okay, yeah. So Bitcoin. If you guys remember, we were looking at this scenario right here. Just a moment. Let's go for black. Second. Yeah. So if you saw my previous video, we are using these guidelines here to understand the pattern behavior, because so far didn't change it, okay? But can change soon. And we can end up with a premature bull break, which is going to change the behavior of the bigger picture. And also, one of the reasons I'm not using the guideline ahead, so for example like this, it's because for two reasons. The first reason, it's because we still don't have a 30 touch to validate the line, okay? So if I leave the line here, it's going to become a anxiety line, okay? And this can lead us to big mistakes, okay? So this is the reason it's placed here. So it's from a valid pivot to another valid pivot. And so we keep following only the valid pivots until something changes, okay? Another thing that we were talking about that I highlighted before, this very key level here, folks, which is 9463. Okay, I also talked about this one in the previous analysis. And if we look on the previous candle, we end up with a shooting star on the monthly chart, which is all the way bearish. Okay, but bearish doesn't mean new lows or bear break. No, we were expecting for a small and healthy move down before later bullish continuation or something like this. But we had two things that happened that changed everything for now. And let's take a look at it. Let's go for the weekly chart. Actually not the weekly, but let's first, before taking a look on these two events that changed the things in the short time frame, let's take a quick look here first for the weekly. I want to show you guys something. So the golden bar, it's for the autumn, okay? And the blue bar is for the winter, which are very significant things. This is related to the seasons pivot, thing that I am working for almost a year, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, so a thing that we have to look here that is very, very important, folks. Very, very important. Most people are not aware of these things. They're not talking about this. Let me show you. So again, this is not my final Fibonacci setup, okay? I have others. And yeah, so two things here, very important. So far, we are still trading above the 50%, which is the average price for the whole picture, okay? I don't need to use moving average to understand where what range is the 50 or not, okay? So this is the first thing. Closing above and staying above the 50, it's a bullish characteristic, okay? So it's all the way great for the bulls, great for us. And right now we have this, we are fighting this level, we are already above, which is great. 97.38, which is also the golden. It's like imagine a bull trying to break free from a cage. That's the scenario we are looking here right now. And now let's take a closer look for the 3 days. But I believe what I need to show you, it's more clear on the daily. Let me show you here. Yes, right here. So before the bull break, so one of the reasons I don't use the perpetual setup here, or you guys are not seeing any lines, it's because I like to draw patterns and etc. In a clean board. Okay, so we talked about this scenario here back in the day. This was a very weak bull break, and we were expecting for more bearish continuation, and we had many bearish continuation scenarios. And then, folks, right after, right here, all this activity here was based on indecision. In other words, the market was waiting for a external event to happen or not before looking for bullish or bearish continuation. Because I'm going to show you in lower time frames, this was not bullish and healthy for later bullish continuation. Okay, and the change right here, folks, right here, was based on the dollar breaking bearish, something that we were talking about many times. I made like 3 or 4 videos about it, talking about this scenario. And yeah, so let's go for the next chart, just a second, which is this one right here. Yes, so this one is a 6-hour chart, which the perpetual setup. And yes, so if you guys remember, we have this scenario right here. To remember my previous video, let's go for straight lines. This one, yes, this one right here. So just a second, please. Okay, so here doesn't matter where we place the line, okay, because it was a speculative channel. So even if we do this, it is still speculative because this guy here was like not a complete let me put this in other words. If we make this, it is not speculation anymore. Okay, so let me show you what we are talking about. Okay, so this is a valid scenario also for Elliott waves theory. And but the thing is, let me see here. Yeah, so it doesn't matter if we go for the weak body or for something like this, from weak to close to the candle, doesn't matter. Okay, but I was addressing this scenario here as a speculation. Okay, for example, if we went down, okay, I would say, okay, this is more reliable now, we can trust this descending channel here. But this let me see here, just a second. Yeah, we had a small falling wedge here. Let me see if I can put this in a better view. Just a second. Yes. So it was not clear on Bitstamp, but was clear and is clear on USDT pairs. Okay, so this was one of the reasons I didn't saw the falling wedge, but still we had some shorts here that we closed in time, right after the dollar going down, and right after we closed the shorts and opened the longs. And right now, if I'm not wrong, we have two longs open. Just a second. Yeah, so let's clear this. Yeah, and so here, folks, it's where the dollar broke bearish. Okay, but this was only the first thing that we were talking about. There are actually two things, and the second one is all the news that we had. That the first one was about banks are being able to hold cryptocurrencies, and right after we had another one which Bitcoin was deemed as money. Okay, and so that's great. That's fantastic for crypto. That's great for Bitcoin. And yeah, things are looking amazing. So let's take a closer look here. Yes, so just a second. Yeah, so this was let's go for the 4 hours. Yes, much better now. So the first line here, it's our monthly resistance. This one right here that we just crossed above, 94.63. And the second one is the 50% average, or in other words, the average price for this range, as you guys can see here. Very accurate, very significant. So one of the reasons I don't need to use or read moving average behavior and etc. So we had this strong fight here for two reasons. First, because this is a pit stop level before continuation, and also we were aware of all the shorts at 98.50. Yes, right here at this range here. Let me draw here. Yeah. So we had a lot of short positions open here, and all this bearish activity here was some of these folks trying to protect their short positions. And if we look just a little to the left, that's when they made their moves. They placed their shorts. But for some reason, they were still bearish, probably because they believe the market still can go down. So we don't know how some people think about it. But yeah, so right after the bull break, we trigger the shorts, and maybe 50% of the price behavior here, especially the rejection, was because we didn't had follow through. Okay, so in one side we can presume, okay, we don't have technical evidence for such, it's just a thought. So we can presume that first thing, we didn't had the follow through, and this move was fueled by those shorts being liquidated. Okay, and we went parabolic without range for proper healthy retrace or pullback. But so far the thing is, this level, not actually only this level, but all these levels, they work as a magnetic level. Okay, so this is one of the reasons sometimes we see price floating around it for a long period of time. Okay, and so interesting thing here, this was a strong rejection, but it is not bad because we know the bears were waiting for us around above 10,000. So this is nothing new. But we have a big deal here, folks. A big deal. Look at this guy here. So we made a higher high compared with the previous one, which is a bull break. But it's the first step of the first bull break but because we still have many others inside. Okay, just for example, let me see here. Just a second. Yes. So this is a long journey. In this scenario we are looking at right now can be this one right here. Just a moment. And there is a way to measure this channel by measuring the axis. Let me just find a better spot here. Just a second. I know there is a lot of lines and stuff, but I can make this more clear. Okay, this is a working chart, so it's like my my working bench. So a way that we can do to measure the channel, if to check if it is correct. I already showed this before. Just a second. It's like this. But there is a better way to do it. Just a second. Yes. Let's go. If the axis keeps inside the channel, it's because it's 100% accurate. As you guys can see, the top of the line, it's moving out. Okay, so perhaps here the best approach for this channel here is this one right here. And now let's take a look if this is correct. Just a second. Let's go. So it's much better than the other one, but it's a little bit off. Okay, so this is something that we can work like this. For example, let me try to see if I can make this straight. Yes, perfect. So this can be a much more accurate channel. Still not 100%, but much better than the previous one. So the actual scenario that we are looking at right now is this one, but it is also speculative because, let me show you. We go for the first, for the second, for the third, for the fourth, and we can address this one here as another one. Okay, that's not how the Elliott setup works. And also for this guy here, he's misplaced as well, because the Elliott setup is broken if we try to measure on this way. So let me see, perhaps this one right here. No, it's still broken. Is this one right here? Yes, that's correct. That's a perfect Elliott setup, but still it's not complete, and we need more evidence, technical evidence around this level here, or even above. Doesn't matter where. Let me show you our key levels. Yeah, right there. Just a second. Something here is not correct. Yes, perfect. So as you guys can see, this is a ascending channel, which is bullish, not the best bullish scenario, but the bulls will have room. The bulls and the bears will have room to do their stuff here. Okay. So this is a very key level, 10,946, very significant. And in my humble opinion, we have this target. Oh, just a second, please. So it's 99.47 if I'm not wrong. Let me see. Not this one. If I'm not wrong, this one right here. Okay, we had two targets. The first was 90,600. This one right here, and our second was 99.50. Yes, right here, right inside this. But we are not looking to close our long positions, because if the market just changed the direction in the short time frame, we are looking for more bullish continuation. And this range right here, folks, can be our battle of midway. Okay, so what it is? Battle of midway before reaching the top of this channel and making our higher high since the previous one. Okay, and let's take a quick look on the 2 hours chart. Just a second. Let me clean this chart. Yes, so this is a zoom for our 2 hours chart, and as you guys can see, we are still having bullish traction here. We need more technical evidence to see if they will be able to stay above and work their way up, or if they are going to read a more larger space, for example. Doesn't matter how this plays out. We have to see how is going to be the range that the bulls are going to work. Okay, so folks, for now this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this analysis can help you in the way you read the charts, or perhaps improve your trading setup. And yeah, so thanks for your support, thanks for your time, thanks for your patience as well. Don't forget to smash the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe as well. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. See ya.